Let's join a little show on the internet, which means between nets. Okay. Let's have a party. Oh my goodness. Kelly Harder says, and this is, by the way, this is an adult show. She says, my bitches. KK and Lizzie Liz, plus Dorothy.
5, 4, 3, 2. Here comes a half hour to 45 minutes of nothing.
Yep. This is like one gigantic Seinfeld with 3 people that do nothing. And I already know what Chad was going to say when he was saying, I don't want to jinx it. But since we don't have a ton to talk about besides trivia, I think Chad was thinking that this could be an actual short show, but he did not want to jinx it.
Nope. Well, that's not what it was. That's not what it was.
I haven't slept, so it might be a short show.
Oh, God, what if Ken napped in the middle of the show? That would be amazing.
Oh, my God.
10 more years, and that's what we would get from Ken.
Wake me up when Chad quits talking.
Right? So tired, I couldn't even nap.
Kristen doesn't want us to short it. She's just excited that she actually got $5 last week, and she has literally no knowledge of any movie ever made. So
KK's here. Hercules.
All right. Let's go ahead and just get the party started. We already got this ready. If anybody's out there right now and they're just coming in, just so everybody knows, this show is just the Monday quarantine and chill edition of Biscuits and Gravy Talk Movies. We've got Kenny Smith as our co-host. He's kind of always our co-host. And then it's Chad Fishburne and I, Biscuits and Gravy, tag teaming it up to talk about absolutely nothing.
I talked about this the other day, and I feel like that Kenny this should be partners across the board, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Kenny still feels like he's a guest on the show, which is silly.
I like the guest spot. I like being the Richard Dawson on Match Game.
You're not a guest spot anymore, unfortunately.
I don't want to host.
Yep, unfortunately for you. All right, let's get the party started, ladies and gents. It's time for all my incredible special effects.
Let's get. Yeah, I had to reorder myself so I could get in some sunlight here.
Yeah, you look perfect. Anyways, everybody, my name's Anthony Russo from #BetheChange. So this network is all about being the change and making an impact on the world, and this show does none of it except for give out $5 Venmo trivia. What it does is bring a smile to your face because this is funny. So for people that are just coming in, I want to warn everybody, this is an adult show. We have a good time. We talk movies, and we're doing Venmo trivia. We got 3 questions today, each worth $5 from #BetheChange. And the fun thing I'm going to tell you, you can't give it back to us. You have to take the $5 Venmo, and then if you don't want to spend it, you give it to somebody. You buy somebody a meal. You do something with it. You pay it forward, especially paying it forward. Since we're on that topic, I gave an amazing opportunity to this gentleman right over here to be on a show that has viewership all over nowhere, really. But anyways, everybody, that's Biscuits.
Hey, how you doing? Anthony called me up one day and he said, hey, would you like to be on a movie review show that might reach 4 to 6 people? And I was like, why, hell yeah. That sounds amazing. I can't wait to talk to the amount of people that Anthony's probably slept with in the last week.
I'm not gonna lie, this whole 2020 thing has really cut that number down. My pace. I was
on 2 to 3 this week. Ooh, it was a slow one.
If you're counting the way Ken counts, then yes. 1, 2, 3.
What does that mean? What do you even do? What does that mean?
Anyways, Kenny, our fashionista wearing the V-neck. What's going on?
1 and 1 is 2. That's that's 3 times my 2020. I was in a cashmere mood today because it's all the way down to 7. So I thought I'd break out some cashmere for the afternoon, and I can just pet myself. Hey, everybody. This is going to be a really fun nothing because I am sitting here asleep. I learned a lot of things about myself last night. There is a limit at which you shouldn't have dinner after a certain time. And you shouldn't have the large version of that dinner because laying awake for 7 hours and flopping and sweating with heartburn and then going in to have the car fixed is a great, great day. So no 12 hot wings after 9:30. That's the new rule.
On the upside, I thought you were going to say you actually shit the bed. Like, when you're at this age and you have food too late at night, you wake up with a turd burglar in the bed with you.
It shouldn't be in the bed for a long time now, but you're not a man if you don't poop yourself once a year on a good hangover day. That's all.
I'm not going to lie. Hashtag been there. Yeah.
You guys ready for this one?
Yeah.
Blue and yellow make green.
Oh, we're elementary. How appropriate.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah. Yep. On that note, so this show does now feature heavy petting. That is true. Okay. That joke's only for me. These two gentlemen are not going to appreciate it, so I'm going to move forward. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and go to trivia question numero uno. This is the way this works. Most of you guys I've seen in the comments before. Am I speaking from experience? Have I pooped the bed? Well, in a relationship, I shit the bed all the time, but that's a different story.
Self-burn.
What I will say is there has been some moments where you think it's just going to be a fart, and then next thing you know, you're doing a barrel roll off the bed and a crawl into the bathroom.
Why would you do a barrel roll if you knew you had an issue back there? You're going to wipe it all over the sheets.
No, because you want to Jackson Pollock the walls.
No, because typically when you shit yourself, it doesn't fully go out. It's like a slip. And it stays between.
I think it depends on what stage you're in. If it's a DEFCON 3, you could have an issue.
I think we should take our adult back. I think I like fuck better than too much shit. I'm uncomfortable. There's too much poopy. I'm not German. I was only raised by them.
Okay.
Oh. Well, with that said, let's go ahead and go to a question. But the barrel roll, by the way, is not to create a Pollock. The barrel roll is to try to keep it between the cheeks.
Moving along.
All right, question numero uno, ladies and gentlemen. Again, $5 Venmo. You have to accept the money. You have to accept the money. People ask where the dog is. I got him a bone for the first time. You'll see him in a little bit. All right. Give a dog a bone. All right, question numero uno. Chad, this one is all you.
All right. In addition to playing the incomparable Black Panther, if you couldn't tell, we're honoring Chadwick Boseman today because, unfortunately, he did pass over the weekend. In addition to playing the incomparable Black Panther, what groundbreaking athlete did Chadwick also portray? We're looking for the full name here. Full name of the athlete.
Ken, you cannot answer. And for everybody out there, all three of our questions are going to... What's that?
It's not Babe Ruth?
No.
No, pretty sure it's not Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth was rumored to have some part African-American in him, though, however.
I have
Nicole Reinhold.
I have zero paperwork. I could check every box if I so feel like it.
Jackie Robinson is correct, Mundo. Ooh, Jessica. Close second for Jessica, but Nicole took it.
Something's wrong today. Jessica Hartzell, a little slow on the draw.
Maybe it's the internet connection. She's in her grandma's house. I don't know.
Nicole, you're new, so we're going to need, first off, welcome to Biscuits and Gravy. It's going to be the best or worst 40 minutes of your life. Let's see. That's also kind of like having a date with Ken. Jackie Robinson is the correct answer. Nicole, I need your Venmo if you could. It just depends how much he's drank. If it's just the right amount, fantastic.
That actually wants me to, I want to open it up now to comments. Who would you rather date, Anthony or Ken Paul? Because I know what it would be for me if I was a single lady. I'm just saying.
All right, let's play the game. Why not?
I'm a single lady.
Who would you rather go on a date with? Would it be classy or assy?
I think it's a valid question.
I just wanted to know. I'm sorry.
I think it's a fun game. All right. Nicole doesn't know. Nicole would rather date Brett Favre. Oh, she's trying to answer the movie question. Got it.
It's pronounced favor.
Uh-oh, I got one. One for Anthony from Rounda. What's up, Rounda?
Nice.
Oh, dear Lord.
I mean, in all respect to Kenny, I've got a, 15-year advantage on you?
Well, I guess that depends. You could approach it from an experience angle.
Once you're over the age of 30 as a man, your experience is plenty. However, the wallet typically changes as you get older, and Kenny has had a good year in the stocks.
I'm not talking about experience in the sack, you dork. I'm talking about life experience.
Oh.
Well, I think Janine just dropped the mic and said, how about we all have a good time together?
How about that?
Oh, dear Lord.
No, I think she said both. She said both. She didn't say together.
Oh. Lisa
I'll take my date separately from you with your pants off. Thank you very much.
All right, moving along. Here we go.
Did somebody say tequila?
Let's talk about our buddy Chadwick Boseman for a minute.
Yes,
we are honoring him today.
Nice.
One of our trivia questions is going to go into great detail about his education and stuff. But here's something cool, because it really wasn't really publicized that he was battling cancer. It was, however, publicized how much work he did with charities. So he was the type of guy, he was exactly like, and this is the highest compliment that I can pay him, he was exactly like Dr. Frank. While battling an illness himself, he was out there trying to help other people. So you're visiting kids in the hospital, trying to brighten their day, just an amazing dude. I mean, not only was he a superhero, but he was an amazing dude, which is always what you want to hear about someone. That's not always the case. But actually, I'd say from all the superheroes out there right now, most of them have pretty solid reputations as being good people. Chris Evans, I mean, he's a dog guy. He's always fighting for what's right, as is Captain America. But we're talking about Chadwick Boseman today, so let's don't get off topic. I just thought it was super cool that he didn't talk about himself. He only wanted to help other people, and that's something that we, try and get people to do. And I'm learning to do that myself.
Did you notice, Anthony, that Chad just lane departure warning himself on the subject? Did you notice?
Yeah, that was good. He's getting well trained, just like my new puppy.
Oops.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. And again, a part of it also is to remember not to judge people. And one of the big things, he did a speech about a month ago, or he made an appearance about a month ago or 2 months ago, and he looked really, really thin and weathered, and people were like, wow, they made like horrible jokes now knowing what he was going through. So it's one of those ones, like, sometimes being funny isn't funny when you're judging somebody's appearance. They made jokes about if he was on drugs or whatever it was. Turns out he's been fighting terminal illness for 4 years and still creating movies. So doing everything that he does. To think about being on a physical set like Black Panther while you were going through chemotherapy is absolutely insane. So he is truly a perfect example of somebody playing through the pain and still helping change people's lives. Yep. So kudos to Chadwick, and that's going to be all of our trivia questions today, which are going to be 2 more of them. Elizabeth, I am, because I smelled something funny, so I started to panic. I just got him his first ever bone. So.
And funny thing, it wasn't the dog. Anthony just shed his pants. No, this dog. It's horrible. Now that I switched, it is kind of a bully stick. This is what happened. I must change his diet, and if anybody can talk about the worst gas on the planet, this dog is on a 10-minute cycle where it is enough to kill a human being. Like,
we really should start having topics. Otherwise, we go off the rails quickly.
So in other words, it's got to be the beefaroni.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll have the dog come up in a second. First, if anybody wants to see an update, because today was his first vet appointment. So here's also, we should probably set what we're doing in this episode. We have to decide what our Friday show is going to be. So we're going to have our, we got to pick a category. And then from that point, we'll go from there. So we'll be accepting categories in just a second, but we don't know. We'll start talking about it you want to say hello to everybody? Not yet. He's got a special spot underneath my feet. It's pretty.
All right.
Already got that down. All right, come here. Come here. Up. Whoop. Of course, he doesn't like cameras. Here you go.
That's funny, because you'll film anything on yourself.
I know. Oh, there you go. There we go.
Tootie patootie. Oh. Woody, did you ended up on Woody?
Yeah, Woodrow is the proper name. Woody is what we're going to call him for short, or the Wood or Dove.
Gracious, he's cute. That is
So it
not
turns
even
out we thought
ear. I love that broken ear.
adorable.
I know. Turns out he's actually closer to 5 months. All of his baby teeth are gone, so he's not going to be as big as I thought, which is a lifesaver. Super happy about that.
He's got to be 35 already, isn't he?
He's 29 or 28.8.
That's as big as Maverick is right now. And Maverick's looking at me like, you're giving attention to another dog, Dad.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's not Doc anymore, Kelly. Remember, this is actually twofold. He just looked like a Woody. He acted more like a Woody. And remember, the lock wood, it still works. It's still all part of the same thing.
He's got a funny face. He's got a Woody face. That's here.
I didn't realize you guys could see my my Zen screen in the mirror back there, but that's a pretty good Zen screen.
I do like that.
I just have UFOs. That's all I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, it was Lisa's got jokes. He doesn't want on that lap. He knows where it's been. Truth. Either that or that's why he keeps sniffing. Anyways, he I don't remember what I was going to say, but yeah, he's Woody. So this is exactly why I named him Woody, is when the vet had to call earlier. She calls to the back. She's like, Woody's coming in. And I was like, it's a lifetime of that's what she said jokes. You're welcome.
It's an 80s slow clap moment.
Yep. All right. Chad's ready to move on. So
I was the one that was sleepy.
Yeah, I know. What happened there?
No, I'm not actually sleepy. I was just bored with that level of jokes.
I'll never be bored with that level of jokes.
Oh, okay, then. Good stuff. Oh, look, another phone call. How nice.
Yeah, this is amazing. We haven't made this joke in a while, but if anybody's wondering out there what that noise was, that is a landline. Chad still has a landline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what happens.
I don't even have one anymore. Not even for packages coming in. Hoo-yeah.
When your wife is the manager of an apartment complex, then that's what you have to do.
Yeah,
my friends. Yep.
Fantastic.
You could get one of those intercoms from the 90s where it rings right to your cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, we have that as well, but when like vendors call or if people try and reach the manager, it comes to the landline.
Oh my God.
I need to talk to the manager.
That Kristen just reminded me of Sam back in the day when she said it. Because why?
Because why?
Because why? Because why?
Because
why do you need the landline? You don't need it. What's the matter with you? Huh?
That's great. All right. With that said, let's go ahead before we do our next trivia question. What are we going to talk about on Friday's episode? We like to, again, most of you guys have done this before. You've been here, but we do a Friday episode where we take the top 8 and we have a bracket style contest, and your guys' votes actually will count. And then ours has a little bit higher of a weighted value when we do it. So,
best
what
movies
kind of
starring rappers?
It's actually not terrible.
It might be. It might be terrible.
Do we want?
Anybody has any ideas?
I'm going to throw this out there to see if the audience is in the mood. We've had a good time when we choose an actual actor or actress. Do we want another star? Because there's an awful lot of stars with big bodies of work out there.
Mm-hmm.
The thought.
Yeah, I like that. So topics out there, if you guys want to throw a few out, we got enough people watching where that would be helpful. We're having I thought somebody's having a flashback from the 90s. Movies featuring landlines. That'll be the show that we do.
Oh my God, that's everything up until 4 years ago. That's
or the big brick cell phones. You could do. You could also do a big brick cell phone situation.
Yep. Animation. So we did sitcoms last week, TV sitcoms last week. We could do a wide range of topics. I'm not a huge I do like animation. If you include that, includes like Toy Story. I think we did one of those a long time ago.
Yeah, we got to be specific though, because there's 1,000 of those. But yeah, we could do another animated. It could be something newish. Or hey, while people are voting, I have a question for you, Dago.
Yes.
I went to start watching some shows the other. What? You're going to be fucking PC on this show? No. I went to look up Kingdom, and just so you know, there's 92 fucking Kingdom something or others out there. Which is the one you think I should watch?
Kingdom. It's the 20. There's The Kingdom, and then there's Kingdom. It's 2014 to 2017, and it's on Netflix. And you'll see like the face of a guy that's like MMA. So it's the MMA.
It's MMA.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Jonas. There's also a Jonas in it. I don't know them which one's which.
But there's another kingdom out there that looks kind of future karate-ish or something. So it's.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think that's the last kingdom, bro.
Yeah. No, but there's another one that's just kingdom. There are two kingdoms.
There is. He's right. There's two. But there's one is the kingdom, then there's kingdom, and then there's last kingdom. So kingdom.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
Well played, Elizabeth. Okay, so we've got musicals. We've talked about doing musicals before. Scary movies. We got to wait from Troy.
Got to wait for Matt.
He should be back next week, though, right?
I think so. And here's and I, you're going to get me all wound up for like classic musicals. The problem is, you two haven't seen a lot of the true classic musicals, or not enough of them, and anything that's happened in the last 15 years that's accidentally a musical, people are not trained to do the job. So I can't even talk about some of the schlock that's come out in the last 20 years that has music in it, because they're shite. Yeah, but I don't think we have enough balance in the classical musical realm. But I would try it.
Well, and I don't plan on watching a lot of musicals in the next week.
No, I'd have to give you like 20 for it to be fair. That's an awful lot.
Oh, I have an idea for topic on Friday.
Okay.
Good call.
Robert Downey Jr. movies.
Oh, so that's kind of like Rhonda said, Johnny Depp movies also good.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Because we go from teenage great performances all the way to now with almost both of them, but more with Downey.
Yeah. But then you start. Here's my issue with Downey, because I actually like Downey better than I like Depp. But with Downey, then all of a sudden you start splitting hairs of all the Avengers movies and splitting them up.
Yeah. I mean, I see your point.
Iron Man would just have to be a single vote for him. We couldn't deal with all the Iron Men.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we did it in the past. We lumped everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird though, because each one is so different. Because like the what was the second to last Avengers? That one's going to be that. I mean, that was probably, besides the actual Iron Man, that was his best performance, because it was kind of a more serious role. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Pitch Perfect would be under musicals. I didn't think about that. So
it would. That'll get me all fired up. But yes, it would count as a musical.
We've already done superhero movies before. We may eventually redo that again, but we might do it in a different way. But right now, it looking like Robert Downey Jr. over Depp. Which
it's too soon for superhero movies and musicals, because those are Dr. Frank's two favorite categories.
Downey would be kind of fun, because you got to go back to his late teen years, because he was knocking it out of the park back in the day.
And then he had that long gap. It was like a line. It was like there was a line in between the two, a white powdery line between the two.
Yeah, it's called addiction. Yeah,
white powdery line.
Teen angst? Teen angst movies.
We did coming of age before.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of
different. That was similar.
All right, that's fine.
Name a Johnny Depp movie that is black and white. Is that a trick question? Or is there one?
Seth Rogen movies.
I don't think there is one, but I could be very wrong.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think there is one, so I could be wrong.
I have an image of Johnny Depp in my head that I won't ever be able to get out, and it's him playing Charlie from, or not Charlie, but the chocolate factory fellow. Yeah. It's frightening. It's very frightening. That movie, like when he smiled, it was one of those things that will haunt me in my dreams.
Yeah, he did some weird, not heartwarming stuff with that film, but it was a choice, and he's talented. So
Frank and Weenie. Forgot about Frank and Weenie.
Yep, I did too. Nicely done.
Well played.
Thank you, Kelly. We did. I forgot Willie's name. I just wanted.
There's a good one up there. That could be a good balance to our other thing. Someone just said Travolta. Talk about a wide body with the really good and really bad. That could be a fun day.
Oh, he's the other side to Nicolas Cage. If
yes, I know.
Cage, we kind of have to do Travolta.
Best of the best and worst of the worst.
Yep.
Disaster movies is good. I think we want to put that on the table at one point. So Depp quickly became in the lead of Robert Downey Jr. on the side, but I'm a Travolta guy on this one. So
too.
I think we narrowed it down to two, and we let him pick. We let him go between Travolta and disaster movies.
And for Travolta, I've been there for the whole thing, because even though you guys make fun of me for watching Bewitched on primetime, which I didn't fucking do, I was there for the beginning of Travolta, because I was probably in junior high when Welcome Back, Kotter came on, and there was no greater show in the world at that time than watching people who didn't excel in school and be nerds, because I wanted to be a sweat hog because I was the other kind of kid.
Rhonda Dean just said Harrison Ford movies, which is not
that's huge. We'd have to take out a couple things. We'd have to get Harrison Ford acting films because we'd have to get rid of Star Wars and Indiana Jones, or we wouldn't have anything else voted on. It would have to be Harrison as an actor.
Well, one of my top Harrison Ford films that would be on my list is Air Force One. Like all the Jack Ryan movies. I mean, but
we could take out Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and we'd have a great time with Harrison Ford.
We could totally do that. We could remove them from the list, or Star Wars for sure. But I think you could add in Indiana. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm making an executive decision because I want to vote.
Am I losing network? Are you losing me?
Is it me? Can you hear me?
It could be me.
Okay. I can hear you both.
I do now. I think
okay. So because of the fact that we've had a bunch of hurricanes lately, we've got the fires, I feel like disaster movies has to be an option. So I say we go Travolta or disaster movies.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Do you want my vote?
Ooh, Costner's another one.
We can do that next week. We can
talk about that next
week. Let's give them two.
Let's start right now. Voting from this point forward. Travolta movies versus disaster movies. We have the crowd start voting as well. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the box so I have an actual eliminator.
I mean, how are you going to beat Armageddon? How are you going to beat Armageddon in a disaster movie? The cast is stupid good.
I don't think Armageddon would win in my book.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and check them. To be honest with you.
Twister's a great one too. I love
Twisted. Hey.
All right, so here we go. The voting has started. All right, what are you going with, Chadwick?
I kind of liked the format from when we did Nicolas Cage, where we did the best of the best versus the worst of the worst. So I'm going to vote for Travolta because I feel like he's earned his spot with the amazing films he's done, like Pulp Fiction, and then also with some of the crappers. And I can name about a dozen of those, but I'll hold off.
All right. Kenny just restarted his internet somehow. All right.
Kenny, you back? So we got one. Here's the problem with Costner. Once you talk about how great Waterworld is, nothing else compares.
To me, Costner has to be included in next week's discussion because he's got the wide range of like fun tin cups all the way to Field of Dreams. And
I love Tin Cup. Love it.
Tin Cup's one of my favorites.
You love it because it's set in Texas.
Well, I've got a theory about Kevin, and I would probably tell him next time I see him at a cocktail party. I think he's one of his generation. I think he's one of our generation's literally finest actual film actors because he really understands. He knows, like a McQueen, he knows where the camera is. He knows how to underplay things. The problem with, and it hasn't hurt his career any, if he is the most important person or doesn't care about the genre, he can turn in some really bland, mediocre, badass, not good badass performances. But when someone is an important director or actor or he loves the genre, he is his generation's finest film actor. He is the Steve McQueen of his time, but he turns in some stinkers when his ego gets in the way.
Kristen, funny that you mentioned Travolta having Face Off, because that's kind of what led us to do the Nicolas Cage episode where we pitted the best of the best Nick Cage movies versus the worst of the worst. And Face Off ended up winning. I'm pretty sure it won as the worst of the worst was better than the best of the best, or actually it was worse than. So depending on how you look at it. But
it did.
So that's kind of what inspired us to do it. And Travolta absolutely has a very similar career.
Lisa, I think is it called One World or Just This World? And Clint Eastwood directed it. That's why he was so good, because he had a director that he feared and respected. And that's why I think he's that good. He was amazing with that kid in the entire film because Eastwood directed him. Perfect World.
That is actually one of my top 20 movies of all time.
Which one is this?
It's called Perfect World. A Perfect World. Yeah.
Nice.
So I think everybody has started. everybody started voting Costner, but even though he's not in this vote, which means I feel like that's got to be the one next week. Okay. We have a dead tie, actually, within one. Give him plus or minus one on the side.
You guys haven't voted yet, so what do you say?
That's right. I'm just giving Ken the update, Chadwick. Calm down.
I'm not hype. This isn't me hype. You know me enough to know that this isn't hype.
Ken, what do you, wow, I missed something. I don't know who's in Kristen's house. They're trying to eat her. All right, Kenny, we've got a tie right now between disaster movies and Travolta. Kevin Costner has already won apparently for next week. So what do you got?
Well, I'll tell you where I was going to go. If we go disaster, you're going to have to put up with me fighting for a bunch of 70s films again that none of you have seen, but I'll play the game. But Travolta would be an easy one for us all to be on the same page with. That's my thought.
Can you give me a quick what 70s? Because I've actually seen a lot of old disaster movies. So I'm really curious. Yeah.
Original Poseidon Adventure, Earthquake, Towering Inferno. They have to be on the list, even if you haven't seen them.
I've seen 2 of the 3. I saw the last 2. Yeah.
All right.
I'd have to check them out, but that can be part of my homework.
Yeah, I could use
original War of the Worlds has to be on there, not the Tom Cruise.
All right, so it's looking like it's a tie. So which one are you going with, though? It's about tied in the box, and I could go either way. It's your call, Kenny. If you think it'll be easier to go Travolta.
You know I think Travolta will be a blast.
All right.
Honestly.
I was actually going to go disaster, and then the way that you explained it, I think Travolta's more. I think Travolta's going to be more fun because I forgot somebody put Ladder 49. I forgot that's also a great movie. We are going to be doing Travolta movies on Friday because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stay alive.
And my prediction right now for a week's salary of what I'm doing right now for a living, a week's salary. Look Who's Talking 17 is going to take the final bracket.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like whatever money you're getting from crackhead blowjobs.
Don't hurt my hair.
What? When? Where?
What? Before we get to our next trivia question, do you put Saturday Night Fever in your top 10?
I might have to. I mean, he was so incredibly on fleek in that movie. Yeah,
oh, God.
Wow. Cool.
Well, the show's over.
Ken is no longer on the screen. He just said on fleek. Does anybody want to see a 50-year-old man say on fleek?
No. Rhonda, can you really get past that? Can you get past that toupee in Swordfish where it starts at his eyebrows? Can you believe that entire film?
That's what, honestly,
I love Swordfish, but that is 3 really good actors doing shitty work together, and yet it's still watchable.
I don't even think it's shitty. Every time it comes on, I think it's actually quite good. There's cheesy moments, but as a whole, it's really good. I like that you referred to Kevin Costner as the Steve McQueen kind of his generation, because I actually see him as kind of the Shia LaBeouf of the previous generation.
No, but he acts.
Anyways, all right. So yeah, I'm definitely going with. We're going with Travolta. If you guys want any vote that you guys put in the box of Travolta movies right now, will actually count towards the mathematics.
This gives me 4 nights of watching Travolta blockbusters. I'm happy right now.
Yeah. Well, that would be like a gay man watching another gay man. That's great.
I'm going to bring one up that you guys probably won't vote for and haven't seen it. And I'm going to get the name wrong. But it was the beginning of his comeback, and it was really, really, really good. And I might be Brian De Palma. It's the one where he was the Hollywood sound recording engineer.
Never seen it. Might have to watch it.
Somebody help me with the title because I don't have my computer up.
Broken Arrow was solid, Renee.
God. That could be one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
That solid is a bad one category. Because he was a horrible bad guy. It's worth watching just so you can make fun of it.
Yeah, I would not put that in any category.
Which one? What was it?
Broken Arrow.
Oh no, I think Broken Arrow's good.
Oh my God.
Oh, Christian, Party Foul. Party Foul, is he in Greece? Oh dear God.
Get Shorty? Is that the movie? Get Shorty.
Get Shorty.
I hated Get Shorty too.
Oh my God, he's brilliant in it.
Never said he wasn't good. Actually, The Punisher was very good too, in my opinion.
Which
movie am I looking for?
dead sound off, sound like it was a really cool film, and I'm sure it was Brian De Palma. We got to watch this. You guys got to watch this.
Taking a Pelham. Karen says taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Denzel, raises that bar. I mean, he makes everybody. He's Michael Jordan of acting. He makes everybody around him better. So,
and the real comeback is going to have to be in the top 3 for both of ours, or I'm going to lose a lot of love for everybody if Pulp is not a top 5 or 3 for everybody. You all don't get it.
Oh, it will be. It absolutely will be.
It's a great movie, but I think it's one that can actually get. I'll probably have it in my top 5 as well. But I don't watch it when it's on, so that falls into that category.
Well, that makes you
Phenomenon, by the way, is my favorite. Is it called Blowout? No, what the heck? I don't know which movie.
Yes, it's Blowout.
One of the biggest poopers of all time would be Battlefield Earth, where he plays
so bad.
the alien. Yeah. I can't wait to watch that one again. I kind of want to record Stacy and I watching that to do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of deal because it's that bad.
So for those of you, and it certainly isn't going to win, but those of you who don't know about this and are Travolta fans, watch Blow Up because that was the beginning of his second comeback. And
what's second comeback? This movie was in 1981.
Do your homework. He had 3 or 4 dark years in between his 2 comebacks. Okay. If you've gone from Hollywood for 2 years, your career is over.
Urban Cowboy was 1980. Actually, Blowout came right before Staying Alive. So Staying Alive was his comeback mathematically by years.
Well, all right, by definition. But that was his first. He was trying to get into the acting. Yep, Amy, you're right. But Michael was fun. It's a little cheesy to watch now, but Michael was actually fun at the time. The Angel film.
No, Michael is great. All right, so if there's one movie out of all of his movies that some of us have not watched, which one would it be? Because I'm going to tell you guys, if you haven't seen Phenomenon, that's going to be in my top 2 or 3. So that would be my one. If you've never seen it, I suggest that, and I cry like a baby.
Well, I'm going to say this, and it's really hard for some younger folks to watch because of how dated and how easy it is to laugh at what was popular and trendy. But Saturday Night Fever showed him as a motherfucking movie star. You just got to forgive the disco and the clothes, but watch him be a frickin' star. That movie needs to be watched if you haven't seen it. And you're going to
Urban Cowboy just got mentioned. I think Lisa mentioned
Cowboy also phenomenal.
Urban Cowboy is going to be up there on mine. Actually, with all these movies that I keep seeing, like General's Daughter, I don't know if Urban Cowboy will be ahead. I really don't know if Pulp Fiction will be in my top 5. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Okay. But here's what's amazing about him, and we'll talk about this more, but Saturday Night Fever, Urban Cowboy, some of these things are almost like movie star pariah moves because they are so socially based at the time and they don't look like they're deep films. He never gets caught up in the caricature of it back in the day. He knew how to still be something more important than the clothes.
Yeah.
He's talented. Yeah. He might be knucking futz, but he's talented.
Oh, I like what you did there.
Yeah. All right. So I think we got a lot of votes. Yeah, there's some obviously Grease will be included in discussion, no doubt. All right. So here we go. We've got a vote for tight-ass ball-hugging pants.
Is that the name of one of his films?
That was one he did in on the side to one of the extras that was in the military. I believe as though his name was Steve. So
that's my only other union credit. I was a bartender in that.
Oh.
Tight-ass ball-hugging. Got it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap with some trivia, which is fantastic. We'll see you guys on Friday night. So we got 2 trivia questions coming up. Also, if you guys want some quick some puppy pictures, since I know some of you wanted, this is Maverick, by the way.
Why? That's my puppy.
Chad, what kind of drugs was he on here?
We gave him some calming bites that took him down. He is perfectly fine. But, yeah, he's been itching and scratching a lot, so we wanted him to just chill out.
Which is ironic because typically the drugs usually make people itchy and scratchy. I don't know if you know this, Joe Rogan. I smoke rocks.
Oh, my God. Nice callback.
I don't know if you know this. This is not the first time I've had penis in my mouth.
Wow. Why straight to that? Can we just talk about how brilliant Dave Chappelle is and how dorky you are?
I think I just did a fantastic Dave Chappelle personally. And then today was Puppy's first veterinary appointment. So he woke up. He looked like this, which is, again, adorable. That's how he looks at me. So happy that I rescued that little nugget named Woody. And then this is him on the way to the vet. And I did not tell him he would be getting a shot.
It's a Scratchy Show. Do they do the same? Does he get the surprise check? Do they do that with dogs? I don't think they do.
Where the hand comes out the throat?
No, I'm wondering if there's a prostate check on a dog.
That's what I meant.
I don't. Hey, that's a $10 tip. You want to come out the throat?
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I think they just did the basics today. They checked. He was healthy and he was older than we thought, and that's all we really know. They do the blood test though, so I'll know what he is in 4 to 6 weeks.
If you turn out to be older than we thought, you're going to jail for 2 people.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. All right. She just graduated last week. Good for her.
I didn't realize you still had the popcorn on the ceiling. We're going to have to get that handled.
Scrape that down, brother. Got to scrape it down.
$5 Venmos from #BeTheChange. It's trivia time. Place your answers in the box. Here's the deal. We already have one winner. Nicole won the first one. We've got 2 more questions to go. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I am. The dog's name, Nikki, is Woodrow or Woody.
Woodrow. Hello. Delightful.
All right, question number 2. And again, if you're just joining the show, the questions are all about the Black Panther himself. Chadwick Boseman, paying respect and homage to him. So question number 2, Chad, go for it.
Absolument. Which Oscar winner once paid for Boseman's tuition to acting school? Both names, first and last, please and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
I don't think it is either, Amy, but I had to ask because it was a naughty question.
Oh, dear.
What did Amy say? I don't think a prostate check is the same as a prostate check on a person. Oh, I thought she said in prison. I read that quickly, and honestly, I thought it said prison.
Kelly Harder, right out of the gate. Boom, by Denzel Washington is correctamundo. Well done, Kelly.
Kelly's Venmo is Crazy Redhead 23.
Solid guess by Brittany on Tyler Perry. I feel like that's something that Tyler would do as well.
Paul, I'm surprised that you know him so well that you kind of nicknamed him because it was Denzel Washington.
It's his pet name. It was Denzel Washy. He was so good. It was Denzel Washy.
I'm walking here.
What happens when Denzel gets dirty? Denzel Washy.
That was good. That was well played. That was an Anthony joke. I liked it. Dad jokes. All right. We're going to do one final question, and then we are going to call it a wrap for the day. Wrap
this is going to be a record if we don't fuck it up. You know that, right?
Oh, dear God. Please take the wheel.
Look at the
All
time.
right. Final question. Chad, you did the question work today. Thank you very much for that because Puppy had a veterinary appointment. So here we go. Final question.
I can share, by the way. I can let Kenneth read the question if he wants to.
He doesn't know how to read, Chad. That's very
I'm sorry.
When he writes the questions, he knows how to write, and then he memorizes them.
I'm just the newscaster, and they record everything for me on a tape, and I memorize it.
Here's the thing. I don't think stupid people wear cashmere. I just don't think that happens. That's a personal opinion.
People with questionable ideals wear cashmere when they're home alone in the middle of summer in Chicago.
Well, what are you going to do? All right.
I felt unloved today, so I needed a little bit of this.
I no longer can wear cashmere. I've learned that now that I have a dog, I have even less selection to what to wear and not get it destroyed. So there's that. All right, final question. We're going to have Kenny read this one. We're going to put him on a solo layout, see if we gain viewers or lose viewers. Final question.
Felicia Rashad was a mentor for Chadwick Boseman while he was a student at what University of Higher Learning?
Mm-hmm.
Give us your mom.
Rashad was a mentor for young Chadwick.
That's right.
Give a little Zoolander at the end. Give a little Blue Steel right when you finish the sentence.
At what university?
Nice.
That's
pretty good. That's
we
pretty good.
The exact same amount of people. Yeah. So you didn't hurt it.
I love that Paul Woolley says Clemson. That's not the correct answer, but it's a good guess. British American Drama Academy is not right. Renee got the correct answer with Howard University. Renee got the first one to get Howard. Boom, boom.
Hartzell coming up with the goose egg on this episode. Second place twice. Well done.
Kelly, I think you were thinking of what Denzel, the summer program that Denzel paid for. So the actual university that Chadwick attended was Howard.
Holy heck. Renee, that's the best comment all day. Holy heck.
Holy heck. Mama Russo is becoming an announcer. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, Renee won. Thanks for the info, Van Lady.
You haven't experienced this yet, Anthony, because your mom isn't old enough yet. But there's a time coming when all of a sudden she will start telling you the most obvious things in the world as if they're motherly wisdom. Here's the case in point. I agreed to take Audrey out one time when I went golfing. One time. I said, come along on the cart, Mama dear. And as the high school athlete that she was, I literally got critique like this. Not help, but critique. You know, it would have been better if you would have hit it not in the long grass. If you would have hit it all the way on the green, you'd have a better chance of having a less of a score. I'm like, you, old lady, are never coming on a cart again without paying for a separate one.
Please show me how it's done, Mother. Please demonstrate how one hits it on the green.
It would have been better if you hadn't sucked, is basically what the message was.
I'm actually looking forward to the first time that Anthony and Shamama take a road trip together, and they happen upon the Mississippi River. They park the vehicle, and then Anthony sends me a video that says, I'm literally living in a van down by the river. I can't wait. It's going to happen at some point.
Oh, you know
it's got to happen. You got to make it happen.
How can we get back on the right track? Mom, you're going to be living on a steady diet of government cheese.
Yep. God, miss him too. Speaking of talent taken too soon, man. That's exactly like we're honoring Chadwick Boseman today, but there's another one that was taken too soon.
I think this theme of ours is going to be easier to vote on. I kind of like doing some like actors with big bodies of work as a pretty regular thing because I think it's easier to narrow down than full genres because there's so many genres of everything. I like this actor thing.
Yeah, no, it's cool. You're right. It's fun. It's fun.
Never. I would never ignore you. I saw you. You were the only one I saw with a red box on there. So I knew that you were watching on YouTube. So all good. YouTube. All right. So we're going to see you guys Friday. Do you have to work this week, Kenny?
They're probably going to decide somewhere about 3 or 3:30 Wednesday afternoon, a half hour before I'd have to leave. So there's no decision yet, but I'm going to go 50-50, but I will know by Wednesday afternoon.
Are we talking about your chances of getting COVID or whether or not you're working?
They go together. Me going to hang out with strangers and getting COVID are 50-50.
That's a big jump.
I'm glad you finished your sentence on that one. I thought you were going to say, I like movies with actors with big bodies. Of work. What does Kenny do? Kenny actually...
He's a karate instructor.
Yep.
What doesn't Kenny do? If you look at Kenny's body of resume, it is pathetic. There's not much he hasn't done for money.
All right, and then that's our time for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
So as of right now, if Kenny doesn't have to work, we're going to be doing 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. If he does, we're doing 5 o'clock. So we'll let you guys know on Wednesday. Kenny, Chad, can you send me your list as soon as possible? I will go in the comments and look at everybody that put a vote in there. There's a point there. Yes. And you know what? We'll end it right there.
There was no chance of that not going up as soon as it came up in the comments. Okay, cool.
Yep.
My list will come in the same time it comes in every week when you call and threaten to beat me and you don't have it yet. That's when it will come in.
I would never beat the elderly. Yeah, good stuff. Well, hope everybody had a good day. I had a blast.
Super great.
Was Elizabeth calling me boobies because of my sweater without a bra? Was that for me?
It's called a bro. It's called a bro.
Hashtag still alive.
I might have to do some push-ups if they called me boobies.
I don't think they did, but right. I wouldn't pay attention to all of the comments.
Well, I could take criticism though. I'm a grown-up. I don't compete anymore.
Do you think you need to do more push-ups?
If you study human psychology, I'm entering my generative stage.
Yeah, well, right, but you still have enough testosterone to mix in a couple of push-ups.
I hope so.
Okay, good talk.
Kelly.
Oh, no. That's naughty.
Yep. Wow. Anthony, here's the thing that Anthony hasn't learned yet. He doesn't necessarily have to post those up every time.
No, that crosses my comfort line.
Good talk, everybody.
All right. You guys later. About my boobs. Damn it, Renee.
Okay.